It won the Pulitzer Prize, the Critics' Award. The most revealing play ever written.
New York, London, Paris, Brussels, Rome, all cheered it.
It's an even greater motion picture.
This is the story of a woman, Blanche Dubois, who wanted so much to stay a lady. A vivid, vibrant, exciting story, because every searching chapter was written by men. Men who taught her to trust and to hope, to love and to hate. The youth who brought remembrance of yesterday. The man who was willing to take her out of the dark alleys of New Orleans. The brute who lied and cheated, who promised everything, gave nothing.
Don't you ever talk that way to me. Disgusting, vulgar, greasy. But who do you think you are, a couple of queens or something?
Could it be you and me, Blanche?
What does it cost for a single furs like that?
Why, these are tribute from an admirer of mine.
Well, he must have had a lot of admiration.
Lies! Lies inside and out! All lies!
Never inside! I never lied in my heart.
You got plenty of room to get by me now.
Oh.
You think I'm going to interfere with you?
Marry me, Mitch.
I don't think I want to marry anymore. No, you're not clean enough to bring in a house with mud.
You!
Yes, my president.
What is your name?
Emiliano Zapata.
Out of the earth that shook with the cry, Conquistadores, comes Zapata, the Robin Hood of Mexico. The man with a circle around his name, a machete in his hand, fire in his blood, taking by storm and holding by fury. And where he rode, they conquered. When he loved, he tamed the proud Josefa.
You realize that I can take you away with me by force.
By force? I would not prevent you. I would go with you because I couldn't prevent you. But sooner or later you will fall asleep.
And then?
It's Marlon Brando as Zapata, the tiger who blasted the continent. Jean Peters as the beauty whose heart he captured. Anthony Quinn, and a cast of thousands.
What are you worried about? We'll find a good piece of land someplace and we'll settle down. And you'll raise horses, and you'll raise melons, and you'll raise me.
And I'll buy you 2 new dresses, both white. Now go to sleep. Did you take the land away from these people?
I took what I wanted.
Anita?
I took their wives, too.
What kind of an animal are you?
Huerta's forces are coming through the pass, Emiliano.
Emiliano, I give you my word. I will stop the troops.
I hope so, but if you can't, I will.
immortal characters, portrayed by the finest talents of our day. With flawless performance, they recreate Caesar's Rome. The struggle for power, the clash of arms.
Remember the night? The first time I went out scrambling with the rebels. Remember?
What do you want me to do? Send you some flowers? What's the matter, Kathy? I was only trying to...
We got this town on the rope.
Get to work on these boys. Anybody bring a gun for me?
Yeah, here's one. Phone's dead. You better send somebody for the militia.
Long awaited, widely heralded, Desiree,
The most fascinating novel since Gone with the Wind, said the Boston Post. Desiree, an epic love story, may well be the Gone with the Wind of the year, acclaimed the Chicago Tribune. Desiree rates along with Gone with the Wind, stated the Houston Press. Starring Marlon Brando as Napoleon. Accursed by God, he swept everything before him in his unquenchable desire for a world and a woman. Jean Simmons as Desiree, the woman in the back street of Napoleon's life. Here is the story of the trembling, warm-lipped girl who loved him first and left him last. Merle Oberon as Josephine, the alabaster-skinned beauty who ruled the perfume-scented salons of Europe. Michael Rennie as Bernadotte, who gave Napoleon his first defeats in love and in war, all because of Desiree. Cameron Mitchell as Joseph, brother of the great Napoleon.
The two most outstanding men of our time have been in love with you. And you're no real beauty, but you have a way with you.
I cannot let you go. I cannot do without you.
Dearest, you cannot do with me. There's too much at stake.
Desiree, who belonged to youth, to Paris, to excitement, to Napoleon as no woman he had ever known.
But that's scandalous. Someone you met at the shop. I still have my virtue, Julia.
Sire, it is about the virgins. What about them?
None can be found at court.
Gentlemen, this is your problem. I'm sure that there are at least 12 suitable young ladies left in France. Well, that at least is becoming to the most illustrious traitor France has ever known.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you've all heard about the man who actually paid $1 million for a movie story. His name, of course, Samuel Goldwyn. And the story he bought was Guys and Dolls. Now, because I felt that this was the greatest musical I'd ever seen, I actually made 4 flying trips to the Pacific Coast to film excerpts of the show for my Sunday night TVer over the CBS network. And it is my idea of a wonderful picture. Now, incidentally, that $1 million check that Sam wrote was only a starter. Before he was through, Guys and Dolls had cost him $5.5 million. And in Runyon's language, that is a lot of lettuce. Now, what did Sam Goldwyn get for it? Well, among other things, he got Damon Runyon's world of fabulous characters.
The jails must be empty tonight. Can anybody be missing? Terry the horse, Liver Lips Louie, Angie the ox, Society Max. And here is a face for which I cannot supply a name. May I ask where you come from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
And what is your occupation there?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Marlon Brando never danced or sang a note in his life until he met Goldwyn. But he sings and he dances in Guys and Dolls, and he'll fracture you. Jean Simmons, too, is a dramatic star, not a singer. But as Sister Sarah of the Mission Doll, she's adorable and her singing voice is terrific. Together, these two generate excitement that's electric. Let me show you what I mean.
Would you be open to a proposition?
I've had those, no.
Don't flatter yourself. I'm talking business. I am in a position to supply you with the raw material you need for your work, namely sinners.
How?
Frank Sinatra has amazed the entertainment world with his dramatic prowess. Now to prove he's still the top song interpreter, here he is as Nathan Detroit.
Adelaide, Adelaide, ever-loving Adelaide is taking a chance on me.
You're at it again, you're running the game. I'm not gonna play second fiddle to that. I'm sick and I'm tired of stalling around. I'm telling you now that we're through when I think of the time gone by.
Adelaide, Adelaide.
I tried.
Adelaide.
I could honestly die.
Vivian Blaine was a comedy sensation in the original cast. She's even funnier in the picture. With 4 great stars like these, Goldwyn needed a writer and a director just as big. He found both these talents in 4-time Academy Award winner Joseph L. Mankiewicz. The result is sheer greatness. One short scene will show you what Joe Mankiewicz can do with a few simple words.
Whatever you do, wherever you go,
Why, Sister Sarah, why?
I want to be with you.
The world's full of souls closer to salvation than mine.
Anytime, anywhere.
Easier to save and much more worth saving.
You.
The music of Frank Lesser is always a part of the story. Michael Kidd's imaginative dance direction even tops the exciting job he did in 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Now he has the Goldwyn girls to work with. Of all the grand entertainment ever produced by Samuel Goldwyn, an Academy Award winner himself, this is his best. With its humor and drama, its songs, its beauty, no musical ever made can compare to Guys and Dolls. And with stars like Marlon Brando, Gene Simmons, Frank Sinatra, Vivian Blaine, and a cast of hundreds in CinemaScope and color, the Toast of the Town predicts that Guys and Dolls will be the toast of the world.
Lovely ladies, kind gentlemen, pleased to introduce myself. Sakini by name, interpreter by profession.
Marlon Brando, whose talents have ranged from William Shakespeare to Damon Runyon, is out of this world as Sakini.
Sakini here, boss.
Don't ever put your finger on an officer.
Captain Fisby reporting, sir.
Glenn Ford reveals a new flair for comedy with a situation out of hand. He goofed.
I asked you what happened, Captain.
Yes. Yes, sir. Well, this machine, this, you know, the payroll computation machine, it made a mistake, it seems, of $250,000 in the payroll. And, unfortunately, the men were paid before the mistake was discovered.
And here is Japan's most famous movie star, Machiko Kiyo, the natural choice to play Lotus Blossom, the seductive geisha girl. Paul Ford, the commanding officer who believes a sweet smile and a kind word accomplish wonders.
Sakini.
Yes, boss.
You are a civilian employee in the pay of the United States Army. Man should dress accordingly.
Yeah.
Pull your socks up.
Very sorry, boss. Very sorry. Socks up. Anything more, boss?
That'll be all. Is that as fast as you can walk?
No, boss. But to walk any faster, socks fall down.
Eddie Albert is Captain McLean of the Medical Corps. He takes his medicine like a man.
Hey. Where you going, boss? I'm about to form the Cooperative Brewing Company of Tobiki.
Then the lovely geisha girl comes to town. Glenn Ford has his moments.
Oh, she say for me to go home to Grandpa, boss. She first-class geisha girl. She know her business. Good night, boss.
Hello! You don't have to shout. I can hear you. This is Colonel Purdy. How are you getting along with the natives?
Well, it's an age-old problem, sir. It's a question or a struggle to see who's going to lose face.
I understand. East is east and west is west, and there can be no twain. Don't forget, the eyes of Washington are on you, Fisby.
Oh, I hope not, sir.
When the sun sets, it is the custom to visit the tea house of the August moon, and there to meditate and absorb the customs and cultures passed along through the centuries.
The sage in bloom is like perfume.
How do you do and welcome? My name is Miko Taka. I have been asked to tell you about a motion picture called Sayonara. Sayonara was photographed on actual location in Japan. The word sayonara means goodbye, and yet it means so much more, as you'll discover when you see this entirely different motion picture. It stars Marlon Brando, Patricia Owens, Red Buttons, Miyoshi Umeki, James Garner, Ricardo Montalban, and many others, including myself, Miko Taka. With your permission, I would like to present a few scenes from Sayonara.
Haven't you ever felt like grabbing me and hauling me off to a shack somewhere?
Listen, you know, sometimes I look at you and I don't understand you.
Maybe you don't. Maybe you never will.
I have never been in love, but I have dreamed about it. I have thought about it. The danger that lies ahead of us, we must face now. Danger of discovery for both of us. Danger of weakness when it is over. But I will love you, Asa, if that is your desire.
You don't think it would enter Major Gruber's mind to marry a Japanese girl?
I don't know.
I think Major Gruber is brave, but not brave enough to face the censure that would result from such a marriage.
You'd be surprised. You coming this way?
Just a little lower, Katsumi. You always seem to be a little above it. Yeah, that's it.
You know, I don't have anything against this girl here.
Look, Major, I'm gonna marry my girl if I have to give up my American citizenship to do it.
Oh, Kelly, you stupid, ignorant slob. I mean, go ahead and marry this slant-eyed runt if you want to. It'll serve you right.
Tanabata. Oh, my heart is so full of love for you. Sayonara. Goodbye. I I'm sure we'll meet again soon.
Shaw's monumental bestseller, the book that was read and acclaimed across the length and breadth of the civilized world. Here is a momentous story of the war years that no studio could transpose to film until Al Lichtman, one of the magnificent pioneers of the motion picture industry, elected to produce it for 20th Century Fox. It took him 2 years to translate it to the screen with the sensitivity and the humanity that make The Young Lions what it is. Marlon Brando as Christian, the German lieutenant.
Christian, please stay.
Montgomery Clift as Noah, who found he had more than one enemy to face.
I don't know why I kissed you. I just couldn't help it. I guess I love you. I love you.
Dean Martin as Mike, the Broadway wise guy.
Baby, why don't we just sit and be quiet?
And then what?
Then you kiss me.